Hello and welcome to the Vibe Online. This is episode 19, where myself and Karen will be sharing how to reach your goals in 90 days. Now, as of Monday, the 14th of August this year, 2023, Karen and I and a whole load of our community within the Liberating Movement are following through with implementing a 90-day sprint. Now, this is not a running sprint, as I thought it was in the very beginning when I started my business. No. This is a business sprint, and let's explain what that is for you before we get into things. So we're talking about 90 days, right? 90 full days of consistent, aligned action to reach our goals. Now, you've probably heard of like 30-day challenges, 60-day challenges. Have you ever heard of a 90-day challenge? I would love to hear in the comments, in the show notes, whatever. Let us know, what 30-day challenges have you done? Perhaps it's been healthy eating for 30 days, the gym for 30 days, dry Jan, whatever it might have been, Movember, whatever. But this is 90 days, and this is specifically for us to build ourselves and our businesses, because we want to reach our goals before the end of the year.
Yes.
So how are you feeling, Karen?
You know what? I'm absolutely ecstatic. I'm so excited. Like, honestly, really, really, really excited because I know what's coming. Because I've done a sprint before, and I know that once you get through those days where you're like, oh God, not again. I don't want to do this. I just want to lie in bed all day. I just want to watch Netflix. I don't want to do anything today. If you push through that feeling and keep going, and then the results start to come in, it's like, oh my God, I'm so glad I did that day. Do you know? And it just gives you a buzz. But I'm so excited to be doing it with so many of us in the community. And I'm really excited that it's on the level that it's on, where the sprints I've done previously have been a little less, not less serious, but less structured, I suppose. And again, that ties in with the last episode that we just did about the offline event and the structure and the timing, and that all rolls into one. So yeah, I am very excited. I love routine, I love structure, I love my days to flow in a way that I love getting up early in the morning, because I know that if I get up early, my business tasks are done before I start my job. And then when I'm done my job, I can have my evening to do what I want to do. And half the time it's work on my business because I love it so much. And I know the future it's going to give me. But also, me and Baz have Wednesday night as our protected night for us. And I think it's really important that we have that and we keep that going. And I will keep that going throughout the sprint. So yeah, I'm so excited, like, to get to where we're all going to be in 90 days. What about you? How are you feeling?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Although I am nervous. I'm not going to deny it. I am nervous. Now, this will be my first 90-day sprint that I would have implemented and completed, and I can't deny it. It's nerve-wracking. We're
Yeah.
talking 90 full days, every single day, the same tasks, and you would think that's probably easy. Same tasks every day for 90 days. It's going to be a challenge. It really is going to be challenging, but I know, as you just said, what's coming out of this. Like,
Yeah.
I know full well that before the end of the year, I'm going to be in the position that I want to be in. So is Michael. As for the guys that are listening to this that do or don't know, that follow me, you know that myself and my partner are both in this business. We run it individually. We are both doing the sprint as well as a bunch of other people within the community, which, like you just said, is going to be so powerful. There's like that added extra like vibe and urge and accountability, and there's so much like high energy going on right now within the community, and everyone's just so buzzing to get going and raring to go and see their results and push past all of these kind of limits and these challenges, and we're all kind of there to support and help each other. But you can't help but feel a little bit like apprehensive and like, can I do it? Am I going to get there? Is it going to be okay? So I've been kind of spending the past week, we've been doing prior to the sprint starting, we done a 2-week trial.
Yes.
We did, which kind of gave us all a feeling and a vibe and an opportunity to really get our routines in place. Now, we know that Karen is an absolute warrior when it comes to structure and routine. So she absolutely has it down to a T, but many people, this would be their first sprint. So those 2 weeks was a really, really great trial for people to look at their routines, their morning and their evening routines, look at how their day's structured, look at their working times, you know, also fitting in time for, you know, partners and children and all of those important things in life that we don't ever want to forget about and we'll never, you know, neglect, but also putting in that dedicated time to do their tasks that are set out. Now, these are a mixture of business tasks and personal development tasks, because as we know, if you've heard us before, this is what this business is all about. You grow in yourself, your business grows, you build the lifestyle that you want. So yeah, the trial's been really interesting to kind of highlight the areas that can be improved and get more of that structure and that discipline in. I've actually just spent today, Sunday, before we start the sprint to get everything really super ready. So like the food shop, the house cleaned, you know, everything is ready and set to go for tomorrow. I've got my prompts out and yeah, really excited, actually, really excited. And excited to get more involved with the community and getting everyone together and seeing this kind of this manifestation of everyone being able to reach their goals and the wins that we're going to see over the next 90 days, you know. So yeah. Let us know, like, how have you been preparing for it, Karen? Like, what's been your kind of your structure or how you're looking at things?
So we had like the 2-week trial, didn't we? The 2-week trial period for people to play about with their day and time and kind of sit back and have a look at how they work best. Like I am very much, I'm up in the morning, I'm awake, I'm on the go. I do not stop until I go to bed. Some people like a slower morning. Some people think that this may work well for them, but actually when they trial it, it doesn't. So it's given people a really, really good opportunity to kind of play about with what works for them. And just because the way I do my business and my structure of my day, I know that that doesn't work for everybody, and vice versa. I couldn't just get up and have a slow morning and do my yoga, meditation, all that kind of stuff, because I'd be like, oh my God, I'm not going fast enough yet. For me, that's a nighttime thing, like an evening thing, or once all your business tasks are done and out the way and you've got all the excitement and you've been speaking to all your leads and speaking to everybody who's interested in working online, then it's like, oh, okay, now I can start to relax for the day. So
yeah,
that's how I run my day. And it's been really interesting. I mean, so many people came up to me at the offline event. They're like, what are you doing? How do you run your day? Please tell me. And I was like, okay, so what I'll do is I will jump into the community. I'll do a live. I'll share exactly what I do. And I'm going to do that tonight, actually, on the back of the podcast. I'll jump in and be like, this is me. This is how I run my business. This is how I run my day. There's no right or wrong way to do it, as long as we complete the tasks. And as you said, Meg, there's a lot of people that are nervous about this, because I think one of the biggest things is none of us have done a sprint before that involves the prizes that we have, and that's really exciting. So we have prizes within the community this time for the sprint. So we have 5 prizes, and it depends on how well you do in your business, depending on what prize you may or may not receive. And that is down to you obviously communicating with your coach, and it's your coach that will do the prizes for their team. So that's really exciting, because obviously me and Meg have our own teams now, and we have our own guys. So, you know, they're all running for the prizes as much as we are running for the prizes. It literally is open to anybody and everybody, because of the incredible structure that this business has. You know, there's no typical, as people say, pyramid scheme. There's none of that, you know, it just doesn't exist. So the first prize obviously we have is for a MacBook Pro. Like that's
massive.
Yeah,
massive. Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, if you can work really hard for 90 days and keep a structure and keep your routine and don't miss any of those tasks every single day, you could potentially have a MacBook Pro. Okay,
and
I'm in.
And all of your results, your income goal, you could be leaving your job within 90 days. Like,
Yeah.
hands on. This is not just for you, but then on top you get a freaking new laptop. What?
Yeah. Amazing, isn't it?
For just building your lifestyle, for you know, dedicating and committing to yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely.
I think it's phenomenal. And like, we want everyone to have this. And yeah, the second prize, we've got an iPhone 14.
Yeah. Again, like, okay, I'm in. Who wouldn't want to be in for these prizes for 90 days? I've worked my corporate job for 14 years, never received a prize like this before. Let me tell you, never
Right?
ever. Have you, Meg?
Never in my life. Never in my life. There's not even incentives like that, are there? And like you're talking, this is 3 months out of your entire life, which could not only get you an iPhone or
Or
a
a
MacBook,
MacBook.
but also get you out of your job
Yeah,
forever and multiple, income streams.
yeah,
It's just going to be phenomenal. Like, guys, honestly, keep on top of our socials because they're going to be blowing up over
yeah.
these next 90 days. Seriously.
Massively, massively. Do you know? And then there's a third prize is a webcam. Not a lot of people can always afford these luxury items. We're giving them away for free for when you work in your business. Like, you know, some laptops have really poor webcams and people want a new webcam and they can't always afford it. But you know, we are giving this away to those that have the consistency, put in the effort, as Meg said, have these financial rewards because they are building and creating their business. It's such a momentum, and other people want in, and other people are coming online all the time now. This is the place, like everybody's growing, everybody is looking for another income, like a side hustle, or you know, may start as a side hustle and then become a serious business, or you may just all be in straight away for a serious business because things are tight. Things are really tight financially for so many people. And what we have in this business model is a freaking awesome compensation plan that gives you a very, very, very good return on investment. So
Totally. And imagine doing that just before Christmas as well.
yeah, 90 days, you could have a MacBook Pro, you could have multiple thousands of pounds per month coming into your bank continuously, because once you get to that level, you can't go back.
That's it. You ain't going nowhere. It's just
No.
keeps getting better.
You're just going to
It's
keep
just the
going and
beginning,
going and going.
really.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you got the iPhone, you've got the webcam, then the full prize is some AirPods,
yeah,
and
like,
then you've got the business pack. So like, it doesn't matter where you are in your business, if you're making results, my friend, you are getting a prize.
yes, yep, absolutely. I'm really, really excited to see out of the community where people go, where they end
Yeah,
up in 90 days. Really excited for everybody to get the results that they want, because you know, we've set our 30-day goals, our 60-day goals, our 90-day goals, and they're all smart. They're all achievable. If you don't know what a SMART goal is, go and Google it. If you don't set yourself SMART goals, start setting them and see what happens. You start setting yourself SMART goals, they will happen. So
and doing them because that with that consistency, doing that every single day, speaking your goals, talking about your goals, doing those affirmations in the morning, like let it be known that your goals are there. That's what I love about, we've got our group in the community as well, where we're like, everyone's in there on live, like, these are my goals, this is what I want to achieve, this is where I'm going, which was a little bit scary to begin with, okay? Because
yeah,
we don't really talk about goals, and then saying them out loud, that's a bit of the nervousness as well, is like, am I going to reach it? Am I going to make the goal? And now I've just said it out loud. No, that actually makes it more powerful. That actually
yeah,
makes it more powerful. And if we did a podcast episode, one of our first ones, can't remember what number it was, about the compound effect. If you haven't listened to it,
yeah,
go back and have a listen to it, because that is the power of what's going to happen over these next 90 days. It is going to be compound effect. It's every single day, consistent action, same tasks, in and out, and the compound effect is going to smash everyone in the face, and they are going to have all of these rewards in so many ways, and also not just like physical rewards of financial, these prizes and all that, like they're going to change as people.
yeah,
They're going to become these freaking elite business owners that are just untouchable, that have like beautiful teams that they've attracted because it's what they choose within their advertising and how they approach themselves and their standards that they're going to be living at and talking to people with. Like, it's just going to be insane. I cannot wait.
yeah. It's going to be really, really exciting just to be able to change people's lives along the way. That's the most rewarding part, is that, you know, we connect with so many people every single day, and that we can actually change their outlook in life, their mindset, We can push them through fears that they never thought they would ever get through. We can change their life. We can change their financial status. We can change the way that they provide for their family, thinking that maybe they could never do that, or be a stay-at-home mom, or, you know, all this kind of stuff. We get to help all those people.
And that's it. Us doing these 90 days and us doing this originally for ourselves because we want to reach our goals.
Yeah.
Are helping so many people on their own journey to do this, because we're serving others.
Yeah. That's really in a nutshell, that's what we do. That is the
There's
beauty
gonna be a lot of lives changed over these 90 days
of network marketing, which is the industry we're in. Yeah, there's so many out there that are maybe not as ethical as others, but really truly deep down, all we want to do is help others, build you up, grow you, help you, take you along with us, and we'll build the businesses together, and we'll grow together, and we'll get the results together. And then you go from being strangers in a kind of online environment to like amazing friends now, with a great bond, not just in our personal life, but business and all aspects. Do you know, like
basically telepathic and the same person.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know me or Meg yet, or you haven't met us, then, you know, whatever one of us is thinking, the other one's already been thinking that. So
yeah, pretty much. And that is the
like
power of online advertising, my friends.
Yeah.
You just attract the same people.
It's so funny. And it's funny because now the community are getting to know us, and we're at the offline events. People are actually seeing it. They're like, what?
I know, it's great. And that's the great thing about it as well, because there's going to be so many Megan and Karens come.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to like we're going to facilitate the space in the community for them to thrive and, you know, do what we are doing right now.
Yeah. So what do you think, I'm just thinking there in my head, what do you think will be your biggest challenge with this?
Oh, my biggest challenge with this. Prioritizing the exercise.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, you know, that's always been a thing for me. You know, it's probably a story that I tell myself as well, because I'm so absorbed in like the business tasks, and I love it. Like I love talking to people, I love doing my advertising, I love getting on calls and meeting people and knowing what their goals and everything are and helping them. And then like I love doing my affirmations, my goals and all that kind of stuff, all that good stuff. But when I know that I need to like leave and push myself out of my comfort zone to exercise, it's like, oh, maybe I'll just do it later or tomorrow, and then it kind of doesn't come around to it. But I know how important it is for me, and I know how good it is for me, and I know that it pushing me out of my comfort zone is exactly what I need. So that will probably be the biggest
Your
challenge
biggest
for me.
one. Yeah.
How about yourself?
Well, those that know me will be diet, not exercise, but diet, because I will get up in the morning and I will reach for the chocolate biscuits or the chocolate bar, or just not eat at all. So I have not got a great diet at all.
Well, I think we can keep each other accountable to this, Karen.
Yes, we can.
Because if anybody knows Karen, she is a fitness fanatic and she's phenomenal at it. And I'm not so good. However, on the flip side, Karen is not so good with staying away from the chocolate.
Yeah. And Meg
stuff.
is very good with her diet and loves to cook. We're complete opposites in those two areas, aren't we, really?
I think that's the only area really that we're
So very consciously every day making good healthy choices, and stepping away from the chocolate and the biscuits. And Paula, our chef who's in the community that was at the business event with us last weekend, gave me some raw cacao to melt down and have that instead, which will hopefully curb my sugar cravings, get rid of my sugar spikes, and keep me on an even keel. And it takes 65 to 72 days to change a habit. Is that right? So watch this space, guys. For Meg will be a fitness fanatic. I will be a healthy little foodie, and we'll be having picking phenomenal businesses.
That's it. And guys, if also, I think have we done a call on accountability yet?
No, I don't think we have actually.
Right. Well, I think that one's going to come up.
Yeah, that's a must.
Because now we both know what each other's challenges are and how this is honestly the beauty and the power of accountability, guys. Like finding someone that you gel with so well that has the strengths that you don't particularly have, so you can keep each other accountable. Now, accountability isn't about, I'm not going to be calling Karen up like, what are you reading there?
Yeah, yeah.
It's more like Karen taking ownership and saying, Meg, I'm freaking proud of myself today. This is what I've eaten. I've stayed away from the chocolate.
Yeah.
And then we celebrate together. Like it's taking ownership, not like responsibility or someone on your back nagging you, right? So yeah, it's really powerful to be able to have someone so we can bounce off each other definitely in these 90 days.
Definitely. And you've got to have your own individual drive to get these things done. Nobody's going to drag you along. Nobody's going to pull you kicking and screaming. You've got to want to do this yourself. And this is one of the reasons why we did the 14-day sort of trial period as well. Is like, if somebody in the community is like, yeah, I want to do the sprint, I'm really excited for this, and they start doing it and they get overwhelmed and it's too much for them, then that's fine. Take a step back. You don't have to do this. This is for the driven and serious, determined like business owners that are at that place where they are ready to go and they're ready to run for 90 days and not stop, because a sprint is running your business. It's a load of mini marathons all put together back to back. Like you literally don't stop. So yeah, it's going to be really exciting. But yeah, it's going to throw challenges in for all of us, even those that have a really good flow and things in place, because in life something always happens to kind of try
and I think
knock
that's
us
the
off
thing
that
as well.
path.
Well, the 90 days, you're going to have things like events and barbecues and family outings and all this kind of stuff will come up, and it's kind of in the middle of summer and you're going to be tempted to, have a bevy every now and again. And so it's really going to instill some discipline for sure.
It really is. Yeah.
And really what it comes down to is coming back to your why. We've mentioned this a lot of time, I think, in previous podcasts, and we say it a lot on our socials as well. But coming back to your why and why you're here and you're doing this, and the reason why you're choosing to do the sprint in the first place, it may be to instill that consistency and discipline. And of course, as a byproduct, you get the results that you want. But it's very powerful, because in those challenging times and in those times where, as you said, Karen, like you're going to wake up and you're like, oh, I can't be bothered today, maybe I'll do it later or tomorrow, or maybe I can just not do it for one day. It's going to come down to, come on, why are you here? Why do you want this? Remember, where's your vision board? Look at your goals. That's why we write goals down every day, 2-3 times a day, do affirmations. And you've got to remind yourself. You've got to remind yourself, because in the tough times, it's going to be tricky and you're going to need to come back down to that.
Yep. Massively. So watch this space, guys. Me and Meg will be back with updates. We will be all over our socials, so keep an eye there. If you do want to get involved and jump in and learn a little bit more about the business, our inboxes are always open. You can comment here. You can get us on Instagram. Meg is at Meg_Burridge. And I am at Karen.I.Gallagher. So please feel free to reach out. Just come and see what we do. Get involved if you want to come and learn a little bit more. And if you just want a little bit of help and support to kind of find your way to kind of do stuff. But yeah, I think that wraps this episode up quite nicely.
I think it does. There was 1 or 2 tangents in there, but not too many.
Oh yeah, we did say.
But yeah, we really hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. Do go back and listen to our previous ones. Like, share, subscribe. We really appreciate, this podcast is very much on word of mouth and we share it on our socials. So we really appreciate if you find some value in this, share it with someone else, or, give us your biggest takeaways and what you found useful. And also, if there's anything that you would like us to chat about in future episodes, then do let us know as well. You've got our Instagram handles. Come and have a chat. We love to connect with new people.
Definitely. So we will say farewell. Enjoy your day, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it is for you, and we will see you on the next episode.
Have a good one, guys.